found another door. It's kind of anticlimactic at the end, but it was an interesting project. Worked on swarms, worked on the PackBot. I was a program manager for the first PackBot, and there was 3,000 PackBots that were then fielded to Iraq and Afghanistan. They dealt with bombs every day, so our soldiers wouldn't need to, and they were attributed with saving lots of lives. Based on that, there was another contract that I worked on for a smaller, lighter vehicle at iRobot. I was at iRobot for a while, and then I left and joined another startup, and we worked on this. On the bottom right was a robot that would pick up bombs and kind of put them in its belly, basically. And so I did all this. It was a team of just 4 guys that put that whole thing together for the Air Force, and I did all the electrical engineering and software for that. So currently I'm at a drone company, so I switched it from ground robots to air robots, and one of the reasons for that is, so air robots have advantages over ground robots in one way, and that is they don't have to deal with the ground. The medium that they get to move through is consistent, and but it brings in some other challenges. For example, if anything goes wrong, you end up with a pile of mess instead of it just sitting there on the floor and you can work on it. So at Sci-Fi Works, there's a couple different things the primary things that we're working on is this system on the left. It's the Persistent Aerial Reconnaissance Communication System, basically a platform in the sky. It stays in one place and carries a 3.5-pound payload. The one on the right is called Pocket Flyer, a project that we're doing for the Air Force that flies into indoor terrains. One of the things that Sci-Fi does that's different is a microfilament tether. Ordinarily, using a tether in robotics is kind of considered cheating, but air robots have the problem of they can't stay up very long. And so we've kind of taken the idea of a tether and kind of turned it on its head and we've developed technology for a very thin tether and ways to manage that tether so that we can solve the endurance problem and our air vehicles can stay in the air for a long time. So this is the type of products that we're working on right now at Sci-Fi.
Thank you, Christopher. And now, Charles Grinnell, it's your turn to talk about harvest automation.
Thank you, Bill. I'm going to talk, before harvest automation, just a little bit about my career, which I think might be interesting for some of you. I'm a relative newcomer to robotics. Just